The Iliad by Homer. Book 23. Funeral Games for Patroclus. So they grieved at Troy while Achaea's troops pulled back. Once they reached the warships moored at the Hellespont, the contingent scattered, each man to his own ship. But Achilles still would not dismiss his Myrmidons. He gave his battle-loving comrades strict commands. Charioteers in fast formation, friends to the death, we must not loose our teams from the war cars yet. All in battle order drive them past Patroclus. A cortege will mourn the man with teams and chariots. These are the solemn honors owed the dead. And then, after we've eased our hearts with tears and dirge, we free the teams and all take supper here. All is one, the armies cried out in sorrow, and Achilles led the chant. 3 times they drove their full-maned stallions round the body, Myrmidon soldiers mourning, and among them Thetis stirred a deep desire to grieve, and the sands grew wet, the armor of fighting men grew wet with tears, such bitter longing he roused. Patroclus, that terror who routed Trojans headlong, Achilles led them now in a throbbing chant of sorrow, laying his man-killing hands on his great friend's chest. Farewell, Patroclus, even there in the house of death. Look, all that I promised once I am performing now. I've dragged Hector here for the dogs to rip him raw, and here in front of your flaming pyre I'll cut the throats of a dozen sons of Troy in all their shining glory, venting my rage on them for your destruction. So he triumphed, and again he was bent on outrage, on shaming noble Hector. He flung him face down in the dust beside Patroclus's bier, and down to the last unit all eased off their armor, fine burnished bronze, and released their neighing teams, and took their seats by the swift runner Achilles' ship, Myrmidons in their thousands. And he set before them all a handsome funeral feast to meet their heart's desire. And many pale white oxen sank on the iron knife, gasping in slaughter, many sheep and bleating goats, and droves of swine with their long glinting tusks, succulent, rich with fat. They singed the bristles, splaying the porkers out across Hephaestus' fire, and poured the blood in cupfuls all around the corpse. But now their commander, swift Achilles, was led away by Achaea's kings, barely able to bring him round, still raging for his friend, to feast with Agamemnon. As soon as the party reached the warlord's tents, they ordered the clear-voiced herald straight away to set a large 3-legged cauldron over the fire, still in hopes of inducing Peleus' royal son to wash the clotted bloodstains from his body. He spurned their offer firmly, even swore an oath. No, no, by Zeus, by the highest, greatest God, it's sacrilege for a single drop to touch my head, till I place Patroclus on his pyre, and heap his mound, and cut my hair for him. For a second grief this harsh will never touch my heart, while I am still among the living. But now let us consent to the feasting that I loathe, and at daybreak, martial Agamemnon, rouse your troops to fell and haul in timber, and furnish all that's fitting, all the dead man needs for his journey down the western dark. Then, by heaven, the tireless fire can strike his corpse, the sooner to burn Patroclus from our sight, and the men turn back to battles they must wage.